And now, it's time for Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk hookup. For the next 2 hours, join Pete Gray, rock cod Rick Maxa, and this week's special expert guest for fishing information, new techniques to catch more fish, and the most current scoop on what's happening in the water. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Yamaha Outboards. Reliability starts here. By Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup. And Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. Get ready for the fastest 2 hours on radio with the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray and rock cod Rick Maxa.
Good morning, anglers, and welcome to Let's Talk Hookup. I'm Pete Gray with rock cod Rick Maxa. We're in the Mighty 1090 studios with Steve Pinard and John White from Dana Landing and ECBT, East County Bait and Tackle. Going to have a great show, talking fishing. We continue that big Fred Hall buildup and talk a lot about that today. Stay tuned. We have some great special guests. The Southern California Sport Fishing Voice. Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090.
Start 2016 strong with Yamaha's legendary reliability sales event. From January 1st through March 31st, purchase an eligible new Yamaha 4-stroke outboard and choose either 2 free years of limited warranty coverage or up to $1,500 in dealer credit. Yes, that's up to $1,500 in dealer credit towards the purchase of goods or services from your authorized participating Yamaha outboards dealer. Or 2 additional years of Yamaha extended service on top of your 3-year 4-stroke factory limited warranty for no extra cost. That's a total of 5 years of warranty coverage and an MSRP value of up to $23,000. That's right, eligible new 2.5 to 300 horsepower 4-strokes include a choice of 2 free years of Yamaha extended service or up to $1,500 in dealer credit, but only during Yamaha's legendary reliability sales event. Reliability starts here. Yamaha. Visit your nearest Yamaha outboards dealer today. Offer ends March 31st, 2016. Subject to change at any time. Other restrictions and conditions apply. See authorized participating Yamaha outboard dealers for details. This promotion cannot be used with any other Yamaha offer. The new Shimano Torium HG is here, and you'll be able to experience this fantastic reel now at your local Shimano dealer. The new Torium is up to 30% smaller than the previous generation, but still has the same line capacity. The smaller S compact body design and one-piece die-cast aluminum frame provides more rigidity and lighter weight. Torium now has EI surface treatment and is tested up to 700 times the corrosion resistance of past models. The new Shimano Torium HG is not only better on the outside, the inside is amazing, with a cross-carbon drag providing up to 24 pounds of drag pressure from a Star Drag reel. It has a sealed roller clutch and 6.2 to 1 brass gears. The machined aluminum handle has a larger knob to make it easy to crank in the big fish. The new lightweight aluminum spool gives you better casting and control. Available in 3 sizes, the Torium HG is the next evolution in compact, rigid, and powerful saltwater Star Drag reels. Get it now at your local Shimano dealers.
It was another awesome year for fishing in San Diego, and it seems to still be going strong. I've talked to people that continue to get into tuna and yellowtail offshore. It was another awesome year for Ford, too. Once again, Ford is America's favorite brand. Just take a look at last year's sales figures. It's right there in black and white. If the car you're driving is 6, 7, 8 years old, it's really time to get into something new because the technology in these new Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs is nothing short of impressive. You wouldn't want a cell phone with 8-year-old technology, would you? So why keep driving a car with old technology? Now's the time to stop by your San Diego County Ford dealer and check out the latest innovations and designs, like Pro Trailer Backup Assist on your new F-150. You just turn a little knob on the dash and it steers your trailer exactly where you want it to go. Trust me, backing in your boat will never be easier. Learn more at san diego county ford.com or just stop by any San Diego County Ford dealer. They'll be glad to hook you up.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090. Like you said, man, the Fred Hall is getting closer and closer and closer, and it's time to be talking to the
5.5 weeks away, and it's building.
Yeah, it is.
It's building very quickly, and guys that are always a big part of it with Dana Landing, East County Bait and Tackle, Steve Pinard, John White from Dana Landing and ECBT. Good morning, gentlemen.
What's up, boys?
Morning, guys.
All right. Looking forward. You guys are already getting prepped, right?
Slowly.
Yeah.
Slowly on
getting things together here, and we
Getting the
started
game
talking
plan
about it.
in
Getting the game plan, and You guys always have a big deal there at Fred Hall Long Beach, right?
Yeah, I mean, our booth this year will be 120 square feet. So,
Wow.
Yeah. Whoa. How big was it last year?
100. We had another.
So you add another 20 square feet. Wow. That's a big booth. Yep. And you can have Maui Gym.
That's kind of our corner,
Yeah.
We have the Maui Gym. Like I said before, I've said it before. We just basically deal with corporate booths. So we'll have Maui Gym will be in there. Same type of deal. They're going to have 2 smaller displays instead of the one big Jimmy or Flying Jimmy. But we'll still have 300 pairs there.
300 pairs of Maui Gym sunglasses.
For display, and then there's probably it's got to be a couple thousand for for purchase that we'll have there. Mike Battistoni will be in there from Florida. Maui Gym flies in their staff, so there'll be 5 people from Maui Gym there to help you answer any questions, go over everything, pick out your pair. One cool thing they're doing this year is the My Maui, where you can pick and choose your lens color and style. You can actually, or if you want, you can put have readers in. So when they get returned to Maui Gym, they go out on this tour with the booths. So they'll have, I'm going to guess, probably 100 pair of those, which aren't typically
all custom.
That's
all
cool.
Custom.
And then I'm going to bring in another 40 pair of what I think works really well for fishing. So there'll be a bunch of those options that you just can't walk into a store and get. You can order them, but it'd be kind of nice if you just have these, available to take a look at.
So, if you like a black frame and you really like the HT lens, but they don't normally offer that, this is like a custom version of it.
Exactly.
I really like tortoiseshell glasses, but they don't come with a gray lens, and this is a way that you can order it that way.
And I'll have some of World Cup Piahi, those just magic fishing glasses. I'll have those pretty much every color, every lens style available, plus the other 100 that they'll bring in. Some will have readers, actually. I think a lot of them will have readers.
My everyday glass is a World Cup with a HT lens and the green black frame.
Yep.
That's a My Maui.
Yep.
That's not a shelf item. It's a My Maui, and you'll probably have some of those.
We'll have some of those for sure.
Yeah,
Cool.
for sure. And the cool thing about Maui Gym readers is they come 150, 200, 250. You can, depending on how
much assistance you need.
Yeah.
I'm not saying nothing, don't worry.
But, it's also nice to be able to try that glass on with those 3 different styles than you looking at just a pair of, Maui Sports, which are a different lens, and be able to, compare it. It's nice to have that opportunity.
Yeah. That's normally the only Mauis that actually come with the reader's stock are the Sports.
The Sports.
To be able to see some of the other glasses with the reader in it will be pretty cool.
It's cool. Really nice. And for those of us like myself that need readers, it's phenomenal. It's really an amazing thing because you can't really tell. You definitely can't tell looking at the glass that they have readers in.
No. I need them. I'm just not willing to admit it yet.
Yeah,
so.
okay. All right. I got a couple of years on you, Stephen. Yeah. So in addition to that, you're going to have Olokai, which is just a phenomenal. I mean, I'm wearing them right now. You're wearing them right now.
Yep.
Olokai sandals and shoes.
Yep.
Taken the fishing industry by storm with Olokai.
Yep. Well, I think it's just a match. It's a perfect fit for the fishing industry. I mean, they're huge into stand-up paddleboarding and surfing. I mean, it's got that whole Hawaiian theme to it and everything. And they're stepping up big this year. So we're gonna have a 10 by 20 booth, corporate booth again, and I don't know. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be, 600 pairs of shoes they'll have there.
Wow.
And this is all for purchase and. Same type of thing. They'll have guys in from corporate that will be there to help you answer your questions, sizing, all that type of stuff. And, the nice thing that they're doing, too, is on both at Maui Gym and it's going to be a lot of women's styles. So, you typically don't, if you go to Nordstrom's, there's going to be some women's styles. They'll have a ton of women's styles of both of those, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, very good. So that's something to look forward to for sure. But in the meantime, there's fish biting right here in our own backyard.
That's the thing. Usually, Ricky, we're sitting around for 2 months with nothing to do, just bored. And then you're like, okay, we have all this time to do. Well, we've been busy.
Yeah, there's no time to get ready for
none.
this.
All of a sudden, I can't believe it. It's a month away. I mean, it starts, March 2nd?
Yeah.
I mean, Monday's the 1st. I mean, it's a month away. Let's not kid ourselves. And you got to be rolling down the road in 3 weeks. So
yeah. It's happening. The other things in your booth, you always have some kind of a special sale. You make a special purchase. Johnny finds something and says, Steve, look at this, man. Let's buy these and for the Fred Hall show. And
we have a couple of things where, we haven't put the details on it, but for sure, we've made some big purchases there. And, don't forget, we also have Lawrence and Fishworks. So Lawrence,
right.
he has 10 by almost 20 feet. And he'll be there every day. And
Always great to see Lawrence.
Yep, and
it's also a time when you'll always see him roll out some new things or just cool style or things that haven't been available pre the show. And there's always something really cool in the Fishworks booth.
Lawrence always steps. Yeah. Yep, Lawrence always steps over the show and just goes, "This is what I have new for the show," and rolls it out. So he's going to have 2 or 3, 4 new styles of shorts. He's going to have all sorts of stuff. That's just an automatic
no-brainer.
And then he has all the stuff that he's closing out, which it's dirt cheap.
Cool.
I mean, I go there and buy stuff. He gets rid of a lot of product at really good price there. So, both ends of it.
So that's Dana Landing booth in Long Beach. Then we take a week off, and then we go to so that's March 2nd through the 6th at the Long Beach Convention Center.
And that's close.
Yeah, I know. And then we go to Del Mar. We take a week off, and then Del Mar the 17th through the 20th of March, and you'll have an East County bait and tackle booth there.
Well, it's actually just going to be Dana Landing this year. We're just too busy at the shop at East County to really pull the guys out of there.
Wow!
So we basically do the same thing, a much smaller sized booth in Del Mar. Same type of thing. We'll have all the same Olokai there. We'll have one of the Jimmy Jr. displays, but it'll still be almost 200 pairs of glasses or something. Yeah. Same type of thing. And then what do we sell? Afrin sells his war baits. We sell a few things.
Yeah.
Yep, just a smaller
tackle stuff. Yeah.
Yep, just a smaller. Yeah, we'll do some tackle stuff a little bit smaller than our Long Beach.
That's one of the things we don't think about. As March is we always say Fred Hall's like the kickoff to the fishing season. Well, that's in the saltwater world, but at East County Bait and Tackle, March is August for the freshwater guys. That's it. That's like probably the busiest month of the year. All the big fish, big swim bait thing is going on, and there's still trout fishing for the guys, and there's still this for that, but that's got to be as prime time as it gets for the boys at ECBT.
And that was the problem. We were, we're pulling all this product out there, pulling all my guys, and we're going backwards. So
it'd be like at Dana Landing. What do you mean? It's July. We can't be gone in July.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's July, and the freshwater industry is March.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah, and rumor has it that Paul Hebert from Wicked Pissa and Wicked Tuna will make an appearance in Del Mar.
That's what we're working on. I was on the phone on Friday, and that's the plan. So I think he's going to be there all the days, which actually is almost better because Fred Hall, Long Beach, it's just a mass of people.
And have more time,
right? And it'll more people can see him and hang out, and so it'll be pretty neat for him to come down here to Del Mar.
Hopefully, we can sneak him in the studio here while he's in Southern California too.
For a little bit.
I think we're going to hear from him today. He's scheduled to call and talk about the upcoming season that starts tomorrow. Tomorrow night. So it's going to be exciting and a lot of stuff. Speaking of which, Tuna Wars coming up. Friends of Rollo, both Stephen and I are on the board of directors for Friends of Rollo, and Tuna Wars now has become gigantic.
It has blown up, hasn't it, from that one boat that we weren't sure about? And
and you have a chance to fish with Captain Dave Marciano, Captain Dave Carrera, or Captain Paul Hebert on 3 of the best boats in the fleet, the Eclipse, the Tribute, and the Cortez. Now, the Eclipse already sold out.
Yep.
But the Cortez and Tribute still have a few spots available.
They have a handful. I know we got an email end of the week, and there was a handful of spots on the other 2 boats. So
So if you want to go on either one of those trips, go to friendsofRollokids.org.
Yep.
And check out the Tuna Wars section and learn how you can sign up and what's involved and all that.
Keep in mind how great those dates are. It's not exactly like we're throwing an early May exploratory trip out there.
No. It's in mid-June.
Which was the very best of it last year. I mean, this is It's not like that was an accident.
Yep. How many years is the best fishing really in June, and we kind of forget about it because it starts early. We roll through it, and then we don't struggle, but it's good fishing. But
Going to be a lot of fun.
Especially the grade of fish that was available last year. It'd just be awesome to see another repeat of that here. That was fun. It's going to be a cool event.
It's going to be a great event. But if you want to go, like I say, 1 boat's already sold out. 2 of them have a couple of handfuls of spots, and that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, you won't have another chance. So I wouldn't going to guess that by Fred Hall, Long Beach time, there's going to be maybe nothing left.
Yeah, and you walk off that boat with talk about a bag of swag, and if you win, you get a jacket that's got to be worth $200, and I mean you get an invitation to the captain's reception the night before. I mean it's just
cool.
it's a whole like three day deal. It's just such a great event.
That's cool.
And the best part of it is it takes kids fishing.
Yep.
We're all about raising money to take kids fishing in Rollow's memory, for sure. So, Johnny, at Dana Landing, things have been happening there. You guys have been weighing fish. You've been turning people on to the bay, doing all kinds of stuff, even in the middle of our brisk winter here.
Middle of brisk winter.
Winter doldrums. It was 70 degrees yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, that swell was kind of big the last couple of days, so it made the channel a little bit challenging. But the guys who went out, I think, did okay. We're selling a lot of frozen squid, and especially the San Pedro squid, which is pretty good grade.
Boy, is that great stuff
for fresh dead, and guys use it for something up there. I know Rockfish is closed right now, but
they're catching something with it.
They're catching something with
cool.
it. I'm not,
Yeah.
But no, it seems like it never slowed down this year. There was like a little tiny bit of after Thanksgiving where it kind of backed off a little bit, but we've just been going strong all year. It's hard to get the winter projects done when you're constantly busy.
Yeah.
But no complaining here.
That's awesome.
And bay fishing has been good because the water's still warm in the bay, right?
Water's still warm, and actually I had a couple guys come in yesterday that said they had some of the better spotty fishing they've had in quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
But the bay right now is it's like a surf zone in the bay. The surge is so big. Even one of our guys he was back behind Fiesta Island over by the Hilton, and he said the surge was evident back there.
Whoa,
which is just
way back there.
Yeah, just unheard of. He said like the little shoal areas, like there was whitewater breaking across them in the back of the bay.
That's crazy.
Well, for those people that aren't familiar with the bay, you'll teach them.
Yeah, we can give them an idea of where to go, and it's funny because I have some customers who are regulars in the bay, and wintertime is what they call shore fishing season. In the summer, the spotties and stuff tend to lay out more in the center of the channel and stuff, and there gets to be a little bit more schools of bait fish in the bay in the winter, and there's a group of guys that are pretty hardcore at they call it car fishing, but they drive around to different areas in the bay and you can find that bait kind of shoaled up in close to the beach, getting pressed in close to the beach, and they can catch those fish up pretty shallow.
That's rad.
So and then it lasts until May almost, and then they say, oh, it's boat season again. So
one of the cool hidden secrets that you guys always have down there are your little bay skiffs. I mean, I still think that's about as affordable of a day as you can make. If you want to have a fun day of fishing with a buddy or two and rent one of those boats, and I mean, to be fishing all day for such little money, it's a really cool deal that you guys have there.
Yeah. Well, people obviously know about it because you gotta get in line now.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah. So can you reserve them?
We don't take reservations, but people, the guys all kind of know each other, and they get down there and jockey for position at 6 in the morning when they're waiting for us to open the gate, and we get them out, at sunlight. But those skiffs, I mean, Ricky's fishing them before. They're you think they're like a little John boat, but they're super heavy, super stable. They're low to the water, so they don't drift really fast, and there's not a lot of, you could be in a bass boat or something, and it's a lot of times it's easier to fish in those bay skiffs, just the way they sit, the way they drift.
They're made for the bay fish.
Yeah, they're made. They're so stable and
inexpensive. I mean, you split that with a buddy of yours for the day. I mean, they're really affordable.
$50 for 4 hours, and you can stay out all day for $70.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's a pretty good deal.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's right there in the water, ready to go.
Right there in the water, ready to go. You just step on, and they have a bait tank in them. Like a regular bait tank, and as it gets closer to spring, and if they have anchovy or the small firecracker deans at the bait bars, the guys do really well halibut fishing in those things.
I'll bet.
That's cool.
Now let's talk about the charter fleet at Dana Landing, Stephen. You guys have one of the best six-pack charter fleets around. Some of the best boats.
Yeah, no, I tend to think so. Yeah, obviously we have the 42 Bertram, the Impulse. That's I don't know. It's been ours for 10, 12 years now, and we're doing the standard maintenance that most boats are doing. We just have pretty much all the engines torn up, having heat exchangers cleaned, all that type of stuff. Hoses just going through everything. Actually, all the wiring is being redone, which is pretty big. I mean, the entire dashboard is off the boat. There's nothing up there. So all that's
That'd be kind of gnarly.
It is.
When
It
you
is.
walk
Well,
up to your
especially-
boat and see all the wires everywhere.
Yeah, for the rain, we went to go look at it, and it's just this big hole up top, So, but no, I mean, it's all stuff we have to do. So that and just our, regular maintenance, and that boat was gone every day last year in the summer, and then, we upgraded the Blackjack to our 31 Lures Express, which has just been magic. It's worked so well. I mean, we have so many families that we were taking out.
That's cool.
On the old boat, and it's just a huge upgrade for that.
Big time.
Yeah, we actually had a customer.
Perfect 4-pack, right?
Perfect. Yeah, we had a customer that called the other day looking for the old Blackjack, and he's just like, you could tell he was a hardcore fisherman. He goes, "That's a fishing boat," and I'm like, I know, but so many of our customers,
totally.
got somebody older or kids, or the wife isn't feeling well, and I mean, it's a full downstairs salon.
Yacht,
It's a yacht. It's exactly what it is. It's a yacht. Yep.
And it's comfortable, and it
Yep.
holds a lot of bait, and it's
pretty
fast.
reasonable.
And
Yep, reasonable and fast, and it's fuel efficient. It's just perfect. It's the same boat that John Ireland has down at Rancho Leonero.
Right.
I mean, there's a reason for it. It's, I've done some research. There's a lot of these boats. It fits a perfect niche, and it's, I guess, it's fuel efficient, which is so important with charter boats.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. And you have fuel there. You sell bait, frozen bait. You have a full tackle store.
best deli in San Diego.
Best deli licenses.
Yeah.
The whole
One-stop
thing.
shop. We're actually in the process. It's already been purchased, but it's getting shipped out. We're going to put a 10-foot by 12-foot walk-in freezer. So we're going to be able to buy bait that has been difficult to get. We're going to be able to get the 12-inch frozen squid. We're going to have ballyhoo. We're going to have all that
cool.
Baitmaster
Flying
stuff.
fish.
Yeah,
So
'cause,
cool.
for you to get one box of it shipped out is pretty expensive, but we'll be able to truck it out, hold 50 cases of that type of stuff. So it's just
get
been a
it by
big
the
call
pallet,
for it.
yeah.
Yeah, it's been a huge call for it.
Here's
so.
what the problem was previous to that is there's a teeny bit of that kind of bait around, but the problem is the quality isn't the same as the stuff that comes from out of Florida. It just isn't. And these guys having the very best, and it just like anything, it makes a difference. Frozen squid's the same thing. You were just talking about how good that San Pedro squid is. 2 years ago, you didn't go to Dana Landing and buy a pack of squid and expect to catch a rad game fish with it. It just didn't happen. And then when the really good products are around, all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, you can just buy a frozen squid and go catch fish with it. It's the exact same thing with the ballyhoos and the giant squids. Like before, sure, you can find it in places, but it's just not good quality. This is the go to the store, buy it, go out, catch marlin the same day kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's going to be cool.
All good stuff.
The walk-in freezer will allow us to get this and leave it in the freezer. It's going to be like, -10 below freezer. Because, we'd get some in and we're trying to, but just everyone's sliding open that door and getting their thing of squid and closing it. It doesn't take very long and it gets all frozen, burned, and, has ice on it and everything. This will be absolutely perfect product.
so
I mean, you're
cool.
going to have to come ask us and we're going to have to go get it for you, but it'll be available. Which I really don't know where else you'll be able to get it nearby.
Nowhere.
Because most of the professional captains, like, they don't want to mess around with it unless it's the bait masters,
Right.
and unless you can buy it by the pallet and get it shipped out here, it's just it's just cost prohibitive. People are like, what? You have to pay that much for a ballyhoo? It's like, well,
Shipping's way more than
Yeah.
the bait.
yeah,
Way more.
yeah.
Oh, it's like 3 times more.
yeah.
It's crazy. When people look online, I can get this for $30, no problem. So it's going to cost you $125 to get it here. Though.
Exactly.
I know, and if you buy some, it's like it comes with a free Yeti cooler. Well, I mean, they're not just whipping those out for free. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think
Exactly.
so. As you can hear, we have a great show lined up for you today. A lot to talk about here.
Well, you're not kidding, boy. With Fred Hall coming down the line and all the great fishing, we haven't even scratched the surface of the tackle store at Dana Landing, and having John and Steven here, there's going to be a great show and a lot of good information coming your way. If you want to join us, there's 2 ways that you can be a part of Let's Talk Hookup. And first is with our local line, which is 858 area code 457-1090. Again, 858-457-1090. That's a local number. Or you can reach us toll-free. That toll-free line is 877-792-1090. One more time, 877-792-1090. Not only talking Fred Hall, talking Dana Landing, talking East County Bait and Tackle. Steve and Johnny have given us a couple of awesome prizes. How about this for getting into the Fred Hall mood? 2 callers today. We're going to have 2 prizes, one of which is going to get a $50 gift card to Dana Landing Market. You're going to get a $50 shopping spree. And then another lucky caller, $50 to East County Bait and Tackle. So 2 $50 gift cards at the end of the show today. Again, if you want to get your chance to talk to Steve, talk to Johnny, have your questions answered, and have your shot at winning those great couple of prizes, 858 877-457-1090 or 877-792-1090. When we come back, we're going to be answering your phone calls. Lots of great info coming your way. You stay tuned. You're listening to Southern California's sport fishing voice. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
Fishing Cedros Island is getting better and better for the traveling anglers, thanks to Cedros Tackle. The tackle shop on the island is now offering full rod repair. Now, with the addition of a new rod wrapping machine, fixing guides, tips, and handles is a snap. Cedros Tackle is also constantly expanding the tackle selections to meet the needs of the local fishermen and the traveling anglers with all the name brand and high-quality items you would expect to find at your local shop back home. Cedros Tackle has a full rental rod selection with Phoenix rods and Daiwa reels, so just leave your gear at home. They just brought down fully outfitted Hobie kayaks to the island, and fishing has been fantastic. Construction on the deluxe Cedros Tackle Casita is nearly complete, so get ready to enjoy a great kayak vacation on beautiful Cedros Island with Jeff, Omar, and the gang. Visit cedrostackle.com on the web, or for more info on trips, the tackle shop, or Cedros Island, or call Jeff at 760-412-2507.
Here's John Ireland for Rancho Leonero.
The main emphasis on the ranch, we're going to keep it old style. We're not going to change anything. We're just going to improve what we have. The kitchen is brand new kitchen this year with all new kitchen equipment, new stoves, ovens. We put a new freezer in. We've put in all brand new split air conditioners with thermostats to make sure every room is cold. We've also worked on the boat fleet with a couple large lures, a 31 and a 34. We've got the largest Super Ponga fleet on the East Cape, all with brand new Yamaha motors. Brand new beds. We've got all Serta beds, the best beds in Baja, I kid you not. We're working all the time at the ranch. We're not changing it, just making it a lot better. That's why we get the high TripAdvisor reviews. It's my responsibility. I got to take care of you. I'll personally guarantee your best fishing experience and vacation at Rancho Leonero. RanchoLeonero.com. Our new reservation phone number is 800-646-2252, 646-BAJA.
This is Greg Stotesbury from AFCO. For more than 55 years, the American Fishing Tackle Company has been recognized as the premier manufacturer of precision-built offshore fishing tackle. AFCO continues this tradition today with an innovative technical fishing clothing line designed and built for ultimate performance on the water. From our next-generation fishing shorts like the Tactical Camo or Stealth Shorts to our AF-Block sun protection shirts like the Fish Ninja and Samurai Sun Hoodie, the entire AFCO clothing lineup is purpose-built with the latest AFTech fabrics and designed with functional features to deliver top performance for the demanding angler. Visit www.afco.com to find a dealer near you.
My angler H2O. Like the mighty flounder, I will keep one eye on the pole and the other watching for rogue waves. I'll save water by taking shorter showers and enthusiastically celebrate Talk Like a Pirate Day. I will chat up the locals before launching in unfamiliar waters. And I will always, always wear my life jacket.
What's your H2O? Tell us at BoatCalifornia.com. The California State Parks Division of Boating and Waterways reminds you to wear it, California.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
All right, Steve Pinard, John White from Dana Landing in Mission Bay, having a great time talking fishing, getting ready for the Fred Hall. And, before we jump into the phones, and there are some lines open, you want to get through, have a chance to win a $50 gift card to Dana Landing in Mission Bay, a $50 gift card to East County Bait and Tackle. Here's your chance. 877-792-1090 open right now, or a line open at 858-457-1090 open right now. We talked about your six-pack charter fleet booking. You better do it now, right?
Yeah, it's weekends are starting to go away.
You actually have some weekends in the summer left?
Yeah, we do. I'll tell you one thing about six packs is people definitely wait. If you're chartering a boat with 24 people, you better have already done it. Yeah. But you also have 24 guys that you got to get some money out of and everything. I mean, I think 6 guys, almost anyone can get 5 guys and get it together. So it's not that, we definitely book up late. I mean, every day will be gone, but it happens late. Just being brutally honest. But, I mean, the good days will go, but it's just not as important for scheduling for someone chartering the boat. So it's typically not, it's not done by Fred Hall, which obviously most of the sport boats is the case.
Good call, though, that right now, if you know you're wanting to go and you know your buddies and you go every year, that you could potentially, while listening to the show right now, you could still get a Saturday in July if you call ahead right now.
You absolutely can, yeah. And it's all our regulars. It's just, hey, what do we got? And they're just knocking their name down. And so it's all our regulars. But all new people, and
that's cool.
And then a lot of the blackjack is become tourists.
Okay.
It's just very interesting. So we definitely same. We have our core guys and everything, but it's just perfect boat for someone here on vacation. And I think people start to plan their vacation and start looking, and then that's what it books out.
Even just you live here, but you got family coming in town. These guys, and they always want to go fishing, and here's a chance for you to take them on a really nice boat and not have to deal with bringing everybody gear and being the deckhand and tying all the hooks, and you can go enjoy time when family comes into town. You can book a rad boat that doesn't cost a ton of money and just set it up.
Yep, and it's also a kind of nice casual spot too. I mean, you go and park your car there, you get something to eat, you hang out in the patio, have a beer, sandwich, whatever, chill, and just walk down a yacht, which guys,
seriously,
that's what they're looking for. So
it's awesome.
Yeah, and the other thing too is don't forget spring yellowtail and white sea bass and La Jolla. I mean, you guys do that too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean,
book a prime date.
Yeah. I mean, look at the yellows we're catching now. I mean, talk about not slowing down. I mean, it's not like they're rolling down to go day and a half rock fishing and we got a handful of yellows. I mean, it's limited out in yellows. Let's go try and do a couple of drifts. So I mean, the fishing, I don't see how it's not going to be unbelievable again.
Probably not going out today though.
Probably not.
Yeah. In fact, if you're thinking about going out, don't do it today and tomorrow.
Yeah,
it's just
today's
like
not
if
the
you
day.
have. By the way, if you haven't looked at the wind forecast, it's supposed to really blow this afternoon.
The wind vector chart was purple. I've
Yeah.
never seen it purple before.
Never seen it as bad as it's supposed to be tonight.
I mean, they're talking, sustained low 40s, high 30s. I mean, I'm not sure I've ever seen that sustained, in San Diego. And they're, it's not like they're calling the storm of the century. I mean, they're just like, it's going to be windy. I mean, that's
like
going to do some. That's going to do some damage.
40 knots.
If you own a
sustained
boat sitting in the water, go down and check your line.
Put an extra rope on it.
Yeah, put a couple extra lines on it.
Yeah, make sure everything's tied down.
I was telling Pete, I went by the Konakai Marina and yesterday, and the amount of boats that have like their sun cover on the sailboat and have their stuff hanging all over the place. I mean, that stuff is going. It's going to be gone. It's going to be on Scott Street. It's going to be up in Point Loma. I mean,
it's a real deal. Blow
it is the real deal. There's no faking that. There's nowhere to hide. It's.
So batten down the hatches, as they say.
Yep.
Hey,
I want to bring up one more thing because we talked about Dana Landing, we talked about East County Bait and Tackle. The one thing we didn't talk about was how killer ECBT looks now that you guys did the addition. Turned out awesome.
Yeah, we haven't really talked about it yet just because I really want to get all the bait systems, and we're pretty much done. I haven't really brought it up, but, we had talked about it last time I was on the show, but with double the size and, that bait system, I mean, we're in a $15,000 for that bait system, but we have huge aluminum circle, perfectly designed bait tanks now. So, I mean, we'll be able to carry as much bait. We used to always run out of bait, and now with the heat
when
up
you
there,
say bait, crawdads, shiners.
Shiners mainly, yeah.
The shiners, yep.
Shiners.
All that type of stuff, and we have the perfect cooling system in there now. So, I mean, we're just not going to have anything die, and we'll just be able to carry as much as we want. It'll be a premium product, and we won't really run out. But it's double the size. It's going to be
huge.
Bring on San V, hopefully.
It looks so good.
Yeah. Is that any word on that?
I'm same word as you guys, and next couple of months. But yeah.
That'll be a good thing for you.
I need to pay some bills. I mean, it's part of the plan. I'm not doing this for.
You think so?
Yeah. Hey, here he is, Paul Hebert from the Wicked Pissa. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
How we doing, man? I was just listening to that guy. I'm building a underdeck bait tank as we speak in the deck of my boat.
Now, wait a minute. Isn't it like 0 degrees and snowing in Boston right now?
It's not. It's almost 50 degrees.
Whoa.
I got a sweatshirt on. Global warming, baby. Come on.
Yeah, indeed. So we're pretty excited about the new season and the new night for Wicked Tuna. And tell us about it.
Monday night, 9 o'clock. Now, nobody understands why they changed it, but they have their reasons, And everyone's aware of it now. You know, it's been plugged all over the internet, and they're putting it all over the, TV cast in it. So I think people will catch on quite quickly. It's too much competition on Sunday nights.
Yeah.
There's so many really good shows out there. They just wanted to see if they could move the competition away so we could get a little more viewers on the coast,
Yeah, for sure. So that starts tomorrow, right, Paul?
Tomorrow night at 9 p.m. on National Geographic Channel.
Can you give us a little insight about the episode tomorrow night? Are you catching a big fish in there?
We haven't seen the episodes. Look, they film us all year, then they bring it back to L.A., and they use what we did, and they put it into an episode. People don't understand, they think we know what happens. We know what we did, but we don't know how they're going to play it into their show.
Gotcha.
So
sure.
I'm watching it just like you.
Wow, that's got to be fun,
know,
huh? Look at me, there I am. Look at that.
I'm watching it just like you, but it's good. I got a lot of good things have happened in the last couple of weeks to me. I got a lot of sponsors jumping on board. I just got a new satellite TV. I got a new rooftop air conditioner and heater. My friend John, he's the fella I stay with, John Plazak.
Oh, yeah.
He owns J&J Plumbing, Heating, and Air. He lives right near you, like a half an hour from San Diego.
Yeah, and
he's
Carlton.
coming all the way out here in the springtime to install it for me.
Wow.
Thank God, because I don't know a clue about that.
Yeah. Hey, now you have a new boat, too, right, Paul?
It's a brand-new boat. I've been working on it. What I did was I bought a 31 BHM, and I hollowed it out. I cored it right out. I gutted the whole boat. And now it's the way I want it. So they got a clip on the Nat Geo website on a tour of my boat, and I did it's like a tour clip. It shows people the boat, show what it is.
Oh, cool. You're breaking up there, Paul. Can you stand up a little taller? Hey, so you're going to be out here. You're going to miss Long Beach because you have some other commitments, but you're going to be here for the Fred Hall Del Mar show, I understand.
I am going to be at the Fred Hall Del Mar show. I wish I could be at the other one, but I can't. I got a Savannah boat show. Nat Geo wants me to get around and start speaking,
So you're going to be there every day?
I'll be there every day.
Wow, fantastic.
And I might stay an extra week, too, with my friend John.
Oh, fantastic. Now, can we get a commitment right now that you'll be on the show with us that Sunday, I think it's the 20th?
Absolutely.
Okay, in the studio right here with Captain Paul Hebert.
I love it.
We always love having
great.
you in the studio here. It's always fun.
What's the weather like out there? Is it just beautiful?
It was until today.
Yeah.
We're getting a nor'easter today.
Are you really?
Yeah,
Well,
it's supposed to blow. It's supposed to blow like Boston today.
It'll stir up the water there. It's all good after
Yeah.
the storms. Don't you guys have good fishing? How's the fishing out there? Good?
It's amazing. It's fantastic. In fact, we were just talking about Tuna Wars, which is an event that you helped create for Friends of Rollo to help support and take kids fishing. How big it's become and how big it's going to happen in this coming June. And we're anticipating by mid-June, Paul, you're going to have way better fishing or as good fishing as you did last year.
When I was at the show, when I was at the first Fred Hall show with Maui Jim, Mike Battistoni, I seen all these signs up for Friends of Rollo, and I was like, what the hell is a friend of Rollo? And he explained it. He explained it to me. And it comes from a background, like I have a 7-year-old daughter. She was born 2 pounds. She's special needs because she was born with low muscle tone. And, she's got physical complications. But she's doing good now. And I took a big interest in, what they do for kids. That's why anything to do with kids, I'm right on it. Whatever it is.
Awesome.
Whatever I can do, I'm lucky enough to be on a show of this magnitude right now. And why not bring it along with everybody else? I'd love to see everybody else jump on this bandwagon and go for the ride with me.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, you're bringing your friends out, and a new edition is .com. Man, The
Yep,
evil.com,
Dave's gonna be there.
Dave. Evil Dave's coming.
Yeah, Dave's a good fisherman. He's very, very competitive, too. If you want someone competitive, he's in competition with himself. Yeah, he is. He really is. I mean, I see Dave just about every day. He's a good friend of mine. But when we're on the ocean, it's like he turns his hat. You know what I mean? He turns into this nightmare. He's crazy. He's unbelievable. So,
Well,
pretty much, don't miss the show. It's going to be really, really good. This year, with my own boat, I got to go where I wanted, when I wanted. I got to fish how I wanted. I made all the calls. And come the end of the season, we'll see who comes out on top. It was my best fishing season in 20 years.
wow. Oh, I like that. A little teaser there.
Yeah.
So, okay, so
was
it's on
my
Nat.
best season in 20 years.
Best season in 20 years. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, Nat Geo tomorrow night. What time?
9 p.m.
Is it? That's Eastern time.
Yep.
So 6 p.m. on the West Coast, and on Nat Geo. And Paul, we're really looking forward to coming. I know you're going to be hanging out, turning people on to Maui Jim sunglasses in the Dana Landing booth in Del
absolutely.
Mar. I know you're a huge Maui Jim fan, and you wear them every day, just like I do. And
I would never go on a boat without them. I
Yeah.
really look. I've been doing this. It's like wearing boots. I just got a good sponsor from Extra Tough. Now, I went fishing with Sandro after the season. Dave was flying. We took his boat to George's. And because I have metal knees, I had, the replacements in my knees. I have a lot of problems with my feet. And I wore Sandro's boots, and I was like, oh, my God, I didn't have to take them off all day. They were the most comfortable boot I have ever put on my feet. I was like dumb. And I've been doing this my whole life. I've used every boot in the world that they make, and I've never felt something so comfortable. That's why I signed on with these people.
oh yeah,
It's easy to sell a good product because it's that good.
absolutely.
You know what I mean? It's not hard to sell a good product.
No question.
It is what it is, So, and it's like the sunglasses. I've used every pair of sunglasses out there. Now, the Maui Jims are the most softest glasses I've ever put on my head. And I'm not bull crapping you. That's the way it is. It is what it is. They're the best sunglasses I have ever put on my head.
Would you say they'd go as far as being wicked?
They are wicked. We should make a line, Wicked Piss of Maui Jim sunglasses.
There you go. There you go. Hey, Paul, we're looking forward to having you out here for Fred Hall Del Mar, March 17th through the 20th, in the studio on Let's Talk Hookup, Sunday, March 20th. That's going to be a really fun show to have. And you'll be hanging out in the Dana Landing booth with Maui Mikey and the gang there. And and
Steve will be there, right?
Yep.
I'll be there.
Yep. Going to be there. Going to be a lot
Hey,
of fun.
Steve, how you doing?
Someone's going to have babysit you, Paul. I think that's going to be me.
Everything will be good.
All
I'm
right.
getting older, so I'm slowing down a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I don't believe it. Hey, Paul Hebert from Wicked Tuna, Wicked Pissa, tomorrow night, 6 p.m. our time here on Nat Geo. Don't miss the debut. Thanks, Paul, for joining us.
We have a whole new line of clothing on my website.
Okay.
WickedPaulGear.com.
Wicked Paul Gear.
WickedPaulGear.com. Paul Hebert,
Yep.
we're looking forward to hanging out with you. We're going to be fun.
You got it, guys.
All right.
See you,
Thanks
Paul.
for joining us. Appreciate that very much. Let's go ahead and jump into those phones, Rick.
You got it, man. Well, how about we started off this morning with Dave, who's called us from Mira Mesa. Dave, good morning. Thanks for getting us started here at Let's Talk Hookup.
No, can't be.
Hey, good morning, guys. I do have a question regarding Maui Jim sunglasses.
All right.
I'm a guy who needs a prescription, and I already have a brand new pair of Maui Jim sunglasses in a box with all the paperwork. How can I trade that in and get a prescription pair of the same glasses?
There actually is a process to do it, but you'd have to do it through your eye doctor, through an ophthalmologist, or like an approved. Basically, the short is just go on to the Maui Jim website, find your closest approved Maui Jim sunglass shop like that, and there is a process now to do that where you can get credit for those new glasses towards your prescription glasses.
But the problem is a prescription has to be done by somebody who's licensed to do prescriptions.
Yes, exactly. And then you bring it to Maui Jim. Maui Jim makes the glasses. A lot of these other companies take their glasses or have a prescription lens that snaps into it. Maui Jim takes your prescription, makes the glasses in Peoria, and then sends them back to the place.
And there's a huge difference.
I was going to say that's a big thing is you're getting Maui Jim glass. And I bet a lot of people don't realize that when you have X, whatever brand of sunglasses, but you get in prescriptions, you're way more commonly getting their frame with just a random pair of prescription sunglasses, the lenses put into it. These are Maui Jim lenses that have your prescription in them, and it's a major difference.
They're not cheap, and I don't wear prescription glasses, so I really have no insight on it. But I will just tell you, I have never heard of a person disappointed. They're not just that; they're thrilled with it. And you're talking, I'm going to throw the number of $800 out there. They're not cheap. I think they have some, cheaper ones, but everyone seems to be thrilled with it. So
you get what you pay for when it comes to that kind of stuff. And Maui Jim's the best.
I'm not bullcrapping you. They're the softest. They're the softest glasses you're gonna put on.
Hey, thanks a lot for the call this morning.
Hey, when we come back, we got a whole lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way. More of your phone calls, more catch reports, all kinds of great stuff. You stay tuned. You're listening to Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090. Everyone likes special treatment, kind of feel like a VIP. Well, that's how our listeners are treated at Poway Valley Collision. I have personally heard of several stories of how well our friends Jim and Mary take care of their customers that we sent them. Poway Valley Collision is worth the drive from anywhere in the Southland. We know you may not need them today, but when accidents happen, it pays to go to Poway Valley Collision. And listen to this, our listeners get a special discount that can save you hundreds of dollars on your car or truck repair. Just tell them you listen to the show and you get the deal. They work with most insurance companies, including Auto Club, MetLife, Wawanesa, and more. Just bring your car or truck to them and let Poway Valley Collision do the rest. I have had my truck repaired at Poway Valley Collision, and the job was perfect. So get your vehicle fixed right at Poway Valley Collision. Tell them you listen to Let's Talk Hookup, and they'll save you money on your repair. Poway Valley Collision, 14211 Garden Road in Poway. Check PowayValleyCollision.com.
For local and long-range fishing, the Islander out of Fisherman's Landing is a favorite among seasoned or novice anglers. But Islander Charters is much more than great fishing. They also do incredible Guadalupe white shark diving trips as well as a schedule of kayak mothership trips. You need to check out the Islander on their website, islander-charters.com. The Islander is San Diego's leader when it comes to 2 to 5 day fishing. Watch the website for trips and adventures available. Experience the Islander difference. Visit islander-charters.com for all the details.
It's time for our Power Pro 60-second seminar on your next fishing trip. Be sure to get that Power Pro advantage. And let's talk, rumor has it there's actually yellowtail and sea bass to be caught in local waters here. I saw a picture of Brandon Hayward the other day with a big old sea bass, a big sea bass on a kayak the other day from the local waters. And what is the best connection when you're connecting that short Top Shot Spectra Power Pro type line to a fluorocarbon leader?
Lots of good options out there. I really like that John Collins knot. It works perfect with Power Pro. It's very easy to use. If you're not familiar, you can jump on Let's Talk Hookup YouTube channel, see John Collins himself show you how to tie it. And that's the beauty of Power Pro. It ties easy. It's straight. The knock strength is a lot higher than other brands of Spectra out there. Power Pro is a very, very easy and forgiving line to deal with. And when you're fishing big fish in heavy cover like that, a big fish is in the bull kelp. If you want to hook a big one, it's going to dust you into the kelp, and you need to have a line strong enough to get it out, and that's Power Pro.
And even though you don't see the kelp on the surface, it's there.
No doubt.
So you got to have that kelp cutter rig with Power Pro at your favorite tackle store. Check out PowerPro.com.
Get it all at Dana Landing in Mission Bay. It's truly the one-stop shop for a great day on the water. Looking for a fishing charter? Dana Landing had you covered with several boats, including the new Blackjack, perfect for 2 to 4 anglers, and the Impulse that will carry up to 6 anglers in comfort and style. Dana Landing has a huge tackle shop with everything you need to go fish bay bass, tuna, or marlin, plus expert anglers on staff to help. They even have Mexican and California fishing licenses and reel repair. The deli at Dana Landing is a local's favorite with all the food, ice, and beverages you need. When it comes to freshwater tackle, East County Bait and Tackle is the spot for a great day on the lake. The ultimate in rods and reels, the latest freshwater lures, and live bait. ECBT has a staff second to none when it comes to sharing their passion for fishing. ECBT is at the end of the 67 freeway on Mapleview in Lakeside, and Dana Landing is right across from SeaWorld next to the Dana Launch Ramp in Mission Bay. Check DanaLanding.com for more details.
XEPRS 1090 AM, Rosarito, Baja California.
You're listening to the home of the Aztecs.
Putback slam dunk, that's what I'm talking about.
San Diego's sports leader, the mighty 1090.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
You can tell it's show season. It's Bart Hall's on the line. Good morning, Bart.
Hey, Bart.
Good morning, guys. Boy, that was an exciting opening.
You like that?
Fun.
I did.
And you like the way I pinned him down for Sunday, March 20th in the studio here?
Boy, I was like throwing a bait in the water and seeing something jump at it. But he's going to be doing seminars also on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. He's going to do actually 2 on Saturday.
Wow, that'll
cool.
be fun.
That's cool.
Yeah, so he'll be on the main stage out there, and that's just wanted to kind of throw that. Oh, and I think Mikey told me. Correct me, Steve, if I'm wrong, but Mike's trying to get an ophthalmologist to come to Long Beach. So you might be able to get your prescriptions at Long Beach.
That's right. No, we're working on that. I mean, I don't see why it won't happen. So, I mean, it's not 100%. But
you did it before, and
we've done it before, and it works. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of people, and it's something you can plan. Bring it with you. Bring your prescription with you, and we'll get it taken care of.
That's cool. I think that's going to be pretty cool if that happens. So that'd be great.
No kidding. Yeah. So you're not doing anything right now. You're just kind of hanging out, having a cocktail, smoking cigars in the evening, and that. Right.
Let me explain to you. Friday was 75 degrees, no wind, and that's the day my golf group plays. I did not play golf.
Yeah.
Wow. That is saying something.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we're I'm sure Mike's in the office now. As soon as I get through with breakfast and the show's over here, I will go to the office, and it's fun. We're having a great time. This is going to be a great show season. I have never seen anything like it. This is like the fishing season, this show season. They're jumping on the boat. They're coming out of the water. They're all around us. There's going to be so much cool stuff, and it's really everything's big. The Long Beach is sold out. Del Mar we have 4 booths left in Del Mar.
Oh my!
Wow, that's crazy.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So you better jump on the boat if you want to get on at Del Mar.
Oh yeah. Well, that's with like 20% of the people that normally come not getting their contracts back. I mean, we're actually in trouble. We're trying to figure out how to manufacture more space. Everything's going to look different because we're going to put people where we've never had people before. So it's going to be very exciting.
That's
How
awesome.
Fun. That's really great. Well, cool, Bart. We can't wait for show season. A little over 5 weeks away, right?
5 weeks.
All right.
That's so
Looking
cool.
forward to it, Bart, and I'm sure we'll talk to you real soon.
All right, good show, guys.
All right,
thanks, Bart.
Thanks very much.
All right, hey, with that, it's time to find out what's biting out there. Today, Catchport sponsored in part by Fisherman's Processing in San Diego. It is long-range season and time to pre-book your processing orders with Fisherman's Processing before your trip. That way, you're the first in line when your trip returns. You can friend them on Facebook at Fisherman's Processing, or for more details, check fishermansprocessing.com. We're going to head on up to Dana War Sport Fishing. Talk to the man, Captain Brian Woolley's on the line. What's up, Woolley?
Hey, good morning, guys. How's it going down there? Staying dry? A little soggy up here.
Yeah, well, a little wet.
Waiting for that weather.
Yeah, let it leave. We need that sunshine for sure. Just kind of jump into it here. 3/4 day stuff again this week was much like it was last week. It was pretty much centered around that deep water sculpin. So they've been targeting on the 3/4 day stuff. Certainly some good days on it. With limits just about every day, they're able to get down there and get set up on that fish there. After the sculpin, they kind of been sliding into the beach. The bass fishing did continue to be pretty good midweek. A little bit of sun and stuff like that on it. The fly line calico bass and sand bass fishing was pretty good along the edge of the kelp and up against some of those inshore boilers. So it was all, certainly that sunshine helps. So, keeping our fingers crossed this stuff clears out here the next day or two and we get kind of back to where we're at. So that's kind of it in a nutshell for the fishing. But the big news up here at Dana Wharf this week certainly wasn't the fishing, but it was that, Mr. Hansen is seeking a seat on the Fish and Game Commission with the state Fish and Game there. And it's kind of a big deal. I know there's a couple open seats, and he's stepped up to throw his hat in the ring. And it's going to be a big-time effort from everyone in the state. Hopefully we can get the word out. But it's something huge. Someone like Don that has decades of fish management experience and expertise to get in on something like that to benefit everyone in the state of California is something that's going to be really big, and we can certainly use everyone's help. Anyone that has questions on what they can do to help facilitate that, they can call us at the landing, and we can get that information out to everybody as well. But this is something that I certainly can't think of a better individual to represent the Fish and Wildlife interests for the people of California.
No
certainly.
question about it, Brian. It's amazing to think that he would not be appointed, but don't forget, the guy that makes the appointment is Moondoggy Governor Brown there. So we've got to really rally our troops for the Fish and Game Commission. It's called Fish and Game, not Fish and Wildlife, but Fish and Game Commission seat for Don Hansen. There has maybe never been a more qualified guy for that post, and we've really got to make sure that Governor Brown understands that.
Set aside the fact that it would be great because we'd have a fisherman, this and the other. Like you said, I mean, talk about a guy who spent decades in fisheries management. I mean, set aside our interest, loving that the guy's from a fishing background. I mean, there's nobody that's been that involved, period. Like, there's nobody that's probably been eligible for that seat that's got more lifetime experience with fisheries management than Don.
No question about it. And so, Brian, how can our listeners help make that happen?
Well, the best thing to do is you can email us at our office at info@danawharf.com. Send us your info. We can send you the addresses that you need to send letters to. There's some form letters that have been generated that, you can, spice up and make your own and get that submitted to the governor. You can call the office. Our phone number there is 949-496-5794. And just, talk to the person that answers the phone, and they can get you your email address, and they can forward all that information out to you. But certainly, like you guys said, there is absolutely no one better suited for a position like this with the state. And certainly we need to do whatever we can on our part to, get those letters sent and get that appointment to make it happen.
Yeah, no doubt about it. All right, Brian Woolley, Dana Wharf Sport Fishing. Of course, you can save big bucks after the storm blows through here on a half day or three-quarter day on the front page of our website, hookup1090.com. Just click on that Dana Wharf banner and save a lot of money on a half and three-quarter, as many times as you want.
That's right.
Booking
We'll
online.
save 25% on one of those trips. It's there for you guys to use it, so certainly take advantage of that, no doubt about it.
Yeah, and you better go down and put another line on the boat.
There you go.
Okay.
We're at the yard. We're out of the water. Our
okay,
tent
good.
Right now,
you're
we're
good. Yes, secure that tent. All right. Thanks, Willie. Appreciate that very much. We'll talk to you next Sunday.
All right, let's hit the surf zone with our surf guru, Gundy Gunderson. And Gundy, I'm guessing today is probably not a great day for surf perching.
Yeah, that's right. Good day to work on the gear, put some fresh line on, that sort of thing.
There you go.
Yeah, I think Don Hansen would be outstanding for that job.
No doubt about it.
He just have to hide Dave during the vetting process.
So true.
We'll see what Dave says later on.
All right, guys, we still do have a report. Lots of swell this week made conditions challenging. There were some bright spots. The perch bite continues to improve, as does the quality, and this is mostly on the northern beaches. The more southern beaches were a little bit in a funk this week. The key has been the coved beaches, and this is always a tactic you use when you're fishing these swell situations. If you fish a coved beach, there's always going to be a little section of that cove that's protected from the swell. And although these storms aren't hitting us directly, when they're northern like that, you get that northerly swell angle. And so you pick the cove and how it's situated, and that kind of gives you some of these spots that you can fish. Best bets this week up in Santa Barbara, according to Hook, Line, and Sinker, were Carp Beach, Henry's, Goleta, all kind of south-facing beaches. The quality has also been improving. Fish to 1 3/4 pounds reported. Next week, Wiley's will host their first Uptown Derby, so these guys are ringers. So we'll get a good idea of where that perch bite is, but it's looking pretty good. It seems like that quality's in there. Just Fishing in Redondo reported good perch bite. Manhattan, Hermosa there. Grubs, motor oil, root beer, gulp sandworms working well. And they averaged a pound and a half, so that's that better grade. Big Fish to the south there in Long Beach reported a real good halibut bite off 72nd place jetty. the bait moved back in there, and the beach was just shingled with halibut. I mean, guys were catching 10, 15 fish, but couldn't get a legal one. Right around legal, just below. Anchovy pattern flash minnow was the ticket. And then finally, Pacific Coast reported a 6-pound triggerfish taken off the Oceanside jetty. And this kind of jives with what, Dave Pfeiffer was saying a few weeks ago about there being warm water around. You usually don't find them triggerfish in cold water. They like the bathtub warmth. So, we had some 62-degree water on some of the beaches this week. So that warm water is definitely sticking around, and I'm sure that's going to play a factor when the weather straightens out.
No doubt about it. Gundy, super job writing for Western Outdoor News and all the great information that you deliver in Western Outdoor News, and, of course, for us here on the Surf. And we will talk to you next Sunday.
Love doing it, Pete, and we will talk to you next week. Thank you.
See you, Gundy. All right, well, that's going to wrap up our Catch Report today. Again, sponsored in part by Gamakatsu Hooks, Japan's leading fish hook that sets the standard for quality and innovation, strength and durability. The long-range season is going on right now, and the Gamakatsu Super Nautilus hook, ring hooks, and the standard J hooks are top anglers' first choice in fishing for tuna and other pelagic species. They have the right design and durability to help you catch that fish of a lifetime. Get that Gamakatsu Super Nautilus hooks at your favorite tackle store. Let's jump right back into the phones. Phones are getting packed up. How about we talk to Cliff, calling us from La Mesa this morning. Good morning, Cliff. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, guys. Great show. Just called with just 2 plugs for Dana Landing and 1 quick question. By the way, I just love the restaurant there. So many times coming in from La Jolla. I've got 2 sons who have grown up through Dana Landing sandwiches for so many years.
That's cool.
So many times after going surfing in the morning, I just go there and get the breakfast sandwich or the nice sandwiches and sit there and watch the chaos at the boat launch. So 1 plug. The second plug, all our reels over the years, they have the best reel repair guy down at Dana Landing. So I just love taking my reels there. I trust the guy completely. Sometimes it's a little $5 charge. Anyway, very, very, very good place.
Yeah, he is
awesome, Cliff.
Thank you.
But my just question, as you guys get the new bait, will you be having market fresh squid? Because that's worked so well for us this year already.
We'll have the San Pedro squid, the same, probably not, squid from the market, but I think the San Pedro squid is, the San Pedro brand that our bait company brings us is the best quality market squid that you can get for bait.
It was developed by Mark Paisano and Paul Strasser. Of course, they own the Independence and 22nd Street Landing, and they specifically know what to do when it comes to making that bait right.
It's like the process that they freeze that squid is so much different. Like how normal squid, previous this was always bought is they basically whoever the company was selling the squid, they buy squid from the squid guys in like 100-pound blocks, and the 100-pound frozen blocks. That block comes in, they defrost it, they break it down into 1-pound trays, they freeze it up again, they sell it to the bait shops, and then and then it goes there. The San Pedro squid isn't done that way before. It's frozen one time. They're all laid in there individually. A thin sheet of salt water gets sprayed over the top of them. Then they get frozen once, and then you defrost it and go fish with it. Like
it's as close to fresh as you can get.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Short of you putting it in a Ziploc bag and freezing it yourself, it's as good as you can get.
There you go. Thanks a lot for the call this morning.
Hey, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way, including another full hour of your phone calls. You stay tuned. We got the boys from Dana Landing. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090. Alaska is one of the ultimate fishing destinations in the world. This is Rock Cod Rick, and every year the one trip I look forward to is Kingfisher Charters in Sitka, Alaska. My dad and I have been going for over 15 years, and I just can't wait to go again. No one does it better than Kingfisher Charters. They offer the best service, the most comfortable accommodations, fantastic food, the finest fishing charter captains in all of Sitka, and the ultimate value. Sure, I've been to others, but time and time again, nobody beats Kingfisher Charters. You can catch huge halibut like the ones we do almost every year, and salmon, well, Sitka is famous for some of the best runs in Alaska. We also get plenty of rockfish and huge lingcod. And when it comes to fish processing, the best in Alaska is Kingfisher Charters. And listen to this, it's all included in your package. In fact, everything is included except the tips. It's truly amazing how the Kingfisher crew continues the quality of service they deliver year after year. Come and join me on the Let's Talk Hookup trip in June, or just go when you can. Kingfisher Charters, 800-727-6136, or check kingfishercharters.com.
Holy smokes. It's Cabo San Lucas we're talking about. And I've got you covered. This is Cabo Bruce with CaboFishTime.com. Now, Pete and I have been talking, And we know what you want. Great deals on condos and fishing wrapped up into one. CaboFishTime.com is your single source for everything Cabo. And the cool part is, you'll always work with me, Cabo Bruce. As I like to say, I'll have you from the moment you land to the time you leave. Everything. Transportation or car rental, the finest suites you'll ever find at unbelievable prices, great fishing, of course, amazing dining and activities, and the best service, period. Call me or text me, 951-323-1872, or head for our website, CaboFishTime.com. Again, that's CaboFishTime.com for your next Cabo vacation.
Here's John Ireland for Rancho Leonero.
Rancho Leonero is very family-oriented. People have brought their children down, and now they're bringing their children. It's not unusual to have 3 generations of family at the hotel. Grandpa, Dad, and normally sons, sometimes daughters. The families come back year after year, and it's a safe place for the kids. It's small, it's intimate, right on the water, 2 miles of beachfront. The water's very shallow in front. There's no currents to speak of, no waves. We have childcare, $10 a day for a babysitter. Security is high at Rancho Leonero. It's really unnecessary, but it adds up comfort level. And we really do encourage the families. It's a great place for family reunions, family get-togethers, weddings. We do it all. 1-800-646-2252, 646-BAJA. And RanchoLeonero.com. There's nowhere that I can think of to have the same atmosphere and the same experience that you get at Rancho Leonero. We love families.
XEPRS 1090 AM Rosarito, Baja California.
The best NFL coverage is right here.
Caught inside the pylon for a touchdown.
San Diego's sports leader, the mighty 1090.
Information is the key to success, and inside information is even better. When it comes to fishing, inside information is critical, and that's what FishDope.com delivers. FishDope.com really does help you catch more fish and save fuel. FishDope.com is the only SST service with a satellite oceanographic PhD on board. The only fish finding service with a spotter plane. You get daily catch reports from Point Conception to San Martin Island, 365 days a year. FishDope.com boasts the largest code group anywhere, covering sport boats, commercial boats, and private boaters. FishDope.com has online planning tools, moon phase, tides, hot bite icons, and more. What I'm telling you is, if you don't have FishDope.com, well, good luck. Membership costs less than 40 gallons of gas for the entire year. That's right, 1 year. What a bargain. Plus, stay tuned for the special code to save $20 on a FishDope.com membership. Check it out today. FishDope.com. Catch more fish, burn less fuel.
Let's talk candidly about long-range fishing. This is Captain Frank DePresti of the Royal Polaris and the Shogun. Nowhere on earth will you find a fleet of long-range boats like we have in San Diego. We are fortunate to have several top-notch operations to take you to the most productive fishing grounds in the world. We all offer good food, comfortable staterooms, huge bait capacity, and top-of-the-line fish-finding electronics. So why would you choose the Royal Polaris or the Shogun for your next long-range trip? What sets us apart from the rest? It's pretty simple. The boats, the crew, and the service. From the moment you arrive at Fisherman's Landing, the service begins. We help you load your gear and do everything possible to get beginners or seasoned veterans ready to catch fish. When it's time to fish, the Royal Polaris and the Shogun have the edge there too, delivering the 2 best fishing platforms in the fleet. But don't take my word for it. Come fishing with us. If you want the best, it's Royal Polaris and the Shogun. For more information, call 619-226-8030 or on the web at royalpolarissportfishing.com or shogunsportfishing.com.
It was another awesome year for fishing in San Diego, and it seems to still be going strong. I've talked to people that continue to get into tuna and yellowtail offshore. It was another awesome year for Ford, too. Once again, Ford is America's favorite brand. Just take a look at last year's sales figures. It's right there in black and white. If the car you're driving is 6, 7, 8 years old, it's really time to get into something new, because the technology in these new Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs is nothing short of impressive. You wouldn't want a cell phone with 8-year-old technology, would you? So why keep driving a car with old technology? Now's the time to stop by your San Diego County Ford dealer and check out the latest innovations and designs, like Pro Trailer Backup Assist on your new F-150. You just turn a little knob on the